Hello everyone, and welcome to Clownboy Sideshow. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Hey, who's this jerk? Hey, it's not Clownboy. Well, you'd be technically correct. My name is Richard, and my professional name is Clownboy. That's the name I go by when I'm out clowning, and which I've been doing for about 25 years now. Now, because we're all stuck at home during this whole quarantine, me and my fellow clowns have been trying to find ways to kind of entertain ourselves as well as educate. And so several of us have done online or live streaming makeup demonstrations. And I figured I would do the same, except I'm not going to do mine live. And that's why I'm doing it here on YouTube. I'm going to pre-record it all just in case, I get goofy or something, because we certainly wouldn't want that. In all seriousness, no, I just want to pre-record this just because I feel a little bit more comfortable that way rather than doing it live. So I'm going to show you exactly how it is. I put my clown makeup on and talk a little bit about clowning and the makeup and why we wear the makeup. And I just hope you find it enjoyable and educational. So here we go. Now, this is my makeup kit. It is a vintage 1990s Caboodles kit that I got from my sister for my 21st birthday, as a matter of fact. I'd been clowning at that point for about a year, and it was just very nice to have a makeup case as opposed to having everything stuffed in a Ziploc bag. And yeah, I've been using it ever since. I'm about to turn 46, so hey, it's a good product. Probably the best birthday present I ever got. And of course it carries all my makeup. I do a little bit more than just clowning at times. I do other characters. I have other makeup supplies like spirit gum, latex, liquid latex, derma wax. That's for when I do other things, like when I want to be Mr. Spock at a convention or something. I get the pointed ears. I think my ears are in here somewhere. No, they're my other kit. Nope. I'd show you the ears, but yeah, I've got another kit that actually they're in with my Spock costume out in the closet. Okay, so clowning. I am what is called an Auguste clown. There's a couple different clown faces. There's three basic types, and then there's subgroups and stuff like that. But the basics are the white face clown. That's probably the type of clown most people are really familiar with. When they think of a clown, they think of a white face. That'd be your Bozo the Clown, Ronald McDonald. I don't want to say it, but yeah, Pennywise from that cheesy horror film, It. Remember, people, scary clowns are the Nickelbacks of horror movie characters, okay? All right. So, on that note, I'm what's called an Auguste clown. Auguste is German for "you fool," and that is a lighter, more human-looking makeup. We wear just as much makeup as a white face, but it looks more natural because we use skin tone and just a little bit of white around the mouth and the eyes, a little bit of red, just got highlight. The third character would be the third type of clown would be the character clowns. That'd be like your hobo clowns, like Emmett Kelly, Otto Griebling, those type of characters. And then, of course, there's subsets for those as well. Like I said, I'm an Auguste. And the reason why there's also three different types is there's three different personality types as well. Your white face clown, they're usually like the boss clown. They're the the I don't want to say serious clown. That doesn't quite work. But in a duo, the white face would be the straight man, while the Auguste is the goofy one. And then the character clown can just go all out. The hobo can just do their own thing. But I started as a white face, but I don't have the personality of a white face. I'm a goofy guy. I love being goofy. I love being silly. That's why it works so well for me being a clown, because I just can't help it. It's just the way it is. I am just a goofy guy. So being an Auguste clown just really suits my personality a lot better. So we're going to start off with the makeup. Actually, before I get started, I'm going to put on some music because I do like listening to music. It helps me put the makeup on and get me kind of jazzed. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to set that up and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got some music playing in the next room. I don't know if it's... I've got to turn down enough to where I can hear it, but hopefully it shouldn't disrupt the stream here. So anyway, the first things first. I've got this. This is my Clownboy. And this is Ben Nye makeup. I use pretty much... In fact, I think all my makeup is Ben Nye. I've used Mayron, but the white doesn't work as well for me. So I stick with Mayron. So what I want to do is warm the makeup up so it goes on nice and smooth. The other thing too is that this is definitely for the guys. When you're doing your makeup, you want to make sure you shave. And you don't want to shave and then immediately put on your makeup because you get all those little nicks and cuts and stuff like that in your skin, and it gets a little bit painful. So, here we go. Alright, so you want to be nice and creamy. And I'm going to start with the muzzle. The muzzle is the area around your mouth. And so I'm going to start off with that. I got my mirror right here, so... Now you notice I'm just not smearing it on. I'm kind of tapping it in. This is to ensure even coverage and make sure I get in all those little nooks and crannies. And I tap with my finger too to even out the makeup, because otherwise it'll be really splotchy or streaky, and we don't want that. Now you may notice it's kind of sloppy and going over the edges, if you will. That's okay, because we're going to take care of that. Right now, we just want to get the general shape in there. You may see me pulling faces, like frowning, smiling, doing things like that. That's to help get a sense of the shape of the mouth and the shape of the makeup. Because clown makeup is not a mask. It's not there to hide your identity. It is there to accentuate your identity, accentuate your face, to complement it, not to hide it. That's just one of the misconceptions about clown makeup. So it's not a mask. You see how big the big shredder face like this? Could you see already? See how it moves? It looks really over-exaggerated, almost like a living cartoon, which is essentially what clowns are. We're supposed to be living cartoon characters. Doesn't mean you can come up and stomp on our feet though. That's not nice. All right. I look lovely, don't I? Okay, next up I do my eyes. Now, because I wear glasses, I don't really, myself, I don't put makeup under my eyes anymore. I don't do makeup in my eyebrows because then it doesn't matter how well you powder your makeup, that makeup transfers to the lenses of my glasses and makes my lenses dirty, and I just really don't like that. So I just put makeup above my eyebrows and just leave it at that. I should take my glasses off for this part and get a little bit closer. So start off with a line like that. I should have also pointed out that before you do your makeup, wash your face. You gotta make sure your face is nice and clean because, like at least in my case, I've got oily skin. And one of the things you can use to take the makeup off is baby oil. And so if you got oily skin, your makeup's just gonna smear around on that light layer of oil that's on your face, and it'll break down and it just won't go on that easily. You'll really be struggling. You don't want to do that. Now what I'm doing is I'm kind of following, so I got that line right there. I'm kind of following that as a guide for my eyebrows. And again, patting, make sure that makeup gets in all the nooks and crevices. And I've also got really big pores, so it helps make sure that all the makeup is in there. Okay. And that is it for the white. Now, of course, I want to neaten up the mouth because it looks very bad right now. So, I have, I'm going to try it out. Ah, there we go. I got baby wipes. They're starting to get a little dried out. It's been a while since I've done the clown face. So, what I want to do is just kind of go around the edge. Just like that. And then do what's called cutting, which I'm going to remove some of this white makeup from an area where I'm going to be painting my lips. This one's a bit fuzzy. See, you can already tell how my mouth is going to work. See, I'm almost looking like my old self anyway, already. Just neaten this up a little bit. Oh. Made a little mistake on the eyebrow. That's okay. Bob Ross always says there's no mistakes, only happy accidents. tried explaining that to my dad one time when I wrecked the minivan. It's just a happy accident. Yeah, that went over like a lead balloon. It wasn't my fault. It was dry ice. Not dry ice, black ice. I do science shows too. I use dry ice a lot. My science shows. I get dry ice on the mind sometimes. Alrighty. Yeah, I think that looks good. Now comes for the powdering. And what that is I have this sock and it's full of baby powder. And the reason why you want to use baby powder is because this makeup is wet. It's sticky. If you touch it, you know, it'll get on your fingers and stuff. Using baby powder will set the makeup and make it nice and dry, and it'll last all day. So I'm going to go ahead and start powdering. Again, you want to make sure you get in all those little nooks and crannies of your face. Take my glasses off again. Get your eyebrows. And if anyone's curious, the music we're listening to is from the band The Cog Is Dead, one of my favorite bands. Independent, they do stuff all on their own, but a fantastic band, hilarious videos, and we suggest you check them out. The Cog Is Dead. Okay, and we just let it sit for a second as the baby powder does its thing. And then I have this. It's just a little powder brush I stole from my mom. Oh gosh, like when I started clowning, 25 years ago. So I've had this thing probably longer than the makeup kit. So what you want to do, of course, is brush off the powder. And it's nice and soft, so it doesn't scratch the makeup. That's my sexy pose. That's a sexy look. Sorry, ladies. I'm getting married. Okay. What do I do with my glasses? Put my glasses back on. All right. Oh, I tell you what. The second thing I'm going to do when this whole quarantine thing is over is get my hair cut. First thing I'm going to do is go to my fiance's house and give her the biggest hug she's ever had. Because we're not allowed to see each other. Because I work a real job, and it's an essential job, so I'm out dealing with the public, and I don't want to take the chance that I might catch the virus and accidentally give it to her, because in her case it could be very deadly. So it stinks, but that's what I gotta do because I love her. Okay, next up is going to be my flesh tone, and that is this right here. And this is again Ben Nye, called P6 Natural Tan. A couple different skin tones in here actually. That's Natural Light, and then this one is called Fairest, which I got years ago. I was going to be a Benedict Cumberbatch version of Khan from Star Trek Into Darkness. Yeah. I'm a huge Trekkie. And so Benedict Cumberbatch is a very pale individual. So I kind of wanted to look pale like him. That was just one year I just really didn't have a whole lot of money, but I had, I had the black Star Trek shirt with the black logo on it, and I had the pants, and the boots. So that was my no money costume for the year. Usually I like to go all out on Halloween. I love Halloween. My best is probably either Jack Sparrow or Freddy Krueger. I can't decide which one I like the best. With Jack Sparrow, I didn't have to wear all that prosthetic makeup. Just fake beard and hair. Okay. And just like we do with the white, I tap it into my face, getting it into all the nooks and crannies. Now, my friend Jeffrey Potts, he uses powders to do his foundation. I'm like, I want to try that. So I think that'd be my third thing that I do after all this is over. Go to our local theatrical supply store out here in Virginia Beach and get some powders and try it out. Because it looks like that also helps save time on doing makeup. Because sometimes, it's like when you're in the circus, of course, usually you have time to do your makeup, You get up in the morning, grab some breakfast from the pie car, then catch the bus, head to the arena, take a shower, and then start getting your makeup. You've got time. Sometimes in this area, you don't have the time. Again, I'll work a real job. Just when I'm not clowning, just to make sure that my bills are getting paid, because I do have other responsibilities. I love being a clown, and I would do it full time if I could, but just can't do it. So I do keep a real job, and sometimes what happens though is I get off of work and I have to immediately be at an event, like let's say Harbor Park, the ballpark, and I don't have time to spend on my makeup, but you still want to look good. So that's another thing I like about this face that I do now, because it goes on very quickly. If I had to put it on in 5 minutes, I can put it on in 5 minutes. I don't like doing that, but sometimes you just don't have a choice. All right, get that other eye. I said earlier I don't do makeup in my eyes. I don't do the white in my eyes, only because that means I have to put up my eyebrows, and I just don't want to get that stuff on my glasses. And another reason why I do the foundation is give a nice even skin tone, because our skins are, at least mine is, my skin is kind of splotchy, and so you want to be nice and even, because you want to go down all the way down the neck. I can't see it. Put my glasses back on for that. Crooked. There you go. The other nice thing about the foundation too is it really helps to hide that 5 o'clock shadow. So ladies, pay attention. Because sometimes, again, I could be out doing, get up in the morning and I may have a full day of gigs, but I may have to do different things. I might have to be a mad scientist at one gig, a headed character at another gig, and then a clown at the third one. And I might not have time to go home and rest up or change or anything like that. I have to do it all on the go. So I get up in the morning and shower, shave, and get ready, but by the afternoon, I've got that 5 o'clock shadow starting to come in. And so this really helps to hide it. In fact, I'll tell you a little movie secret. In the movie The Hobbit, Martin Freeman, who played Bilbo Baggins, apparently he has a very bad 5 o'clock shadow. And hobbits aren't supposed to have beards. So what they had to do was use slightly orange makeup on him. So when they did this orange makeup and they'd be filming all day and it's getting late and this 5 o'clock shadow starting to come in, it disappeared in the orange because it kind of, because you heard the term blue under the gills, kind of gives that grayish bluish look. Well, the orange kind of canceled that out. And the reason why he doesn't look like Donald Trump is because they color correct when they're making the movie, so it looks more like a natural skin tone. That's why if you've ever seen the Tim Burton movie, Sleepy Hollow, when the Headless Horseman does his thing, the blood that they used was actually orange colored. It wasn't red colored because they were using a blue tint through the filming. And so they had to use an orange color that would appear red on film. Rather unsuccessfully, in my opinion. I'm not really a big horror movie fan. Certainly do not like horror movies where they want to take clowns and make them the bad guys. Because real clowns care, they don't scare. Alright. Make sure we're good in these creases. Got some of my glasses. Alright. It's also important to put the lid back on your makeup before you powder. Because otherwise, you're going to get powder in your makeup and it ruins it. Alright. Put my glasses over there. Get out the powder sock. Now you may notice I didn't put anything on my nose. Reason being is because I wear a nose, so I don't really have any need to paint it. And this is just a test, make sure that everything feels dry. If there's any stickiness, any moisture you might feel, you need to go back over that because that could cause a problem later on. And once again, take your powder brush. And starting at the top, brush your way down. No sense in going from the bottom and working way up because it all falls down. How's it look? Alright. Powder all over my glasses. Alright. I got some white still on my lower lip, but that's okay. That'll get covered with the black. So, next up is red. And for my red, that one I actually do use a powder. And this is called Soleil Red. Which would be sun red. Now, I don't know why they don't call it Soleil Rouge, but it is what it is. So, and for this, what I do is I take the red and I go over here on the, I do big smile, and I go over the apples and kind of draw a line down each side, getting closer and closer to my muzzle so that they kind of connect. And I start. They say you usually start on your opposite side. I'm right-handed, but I usually start with my left because I just find it easier to try to kind of match it up. So I'm going to start with my left. I have to get closer because, again, I can't see anything. I suffer from can't see squat. See, just like that. And then I do the other side. Now, if you notice, see when I smile, see I got this natural line, and I follow that line. That way, it accentuates my face. So when I smile, it's like got a really big over-exaggerated smile. Now what I want to do is I want to pull down, I can put my glasses on now. I'm going to pull down this color like this. Start blending it in. I like to step back too, and painters will do that. And if you ever, again, you'll watch Bob Ross or some of these other painters, they'll paint and then they step back because they want to see how it looks from a distance. And we're no different. I mean, this is essentially like painting. So I want to see how it's going to look from a distance. And so you notice it's kind of darker on the edge and it gets lighter in the middle. Kind of give it a little bit of a highlight. It gives it a bit of dimension. So it's not just a flat color. Either it's just a flat color, and it just kind of, yeah, it looks like a painting. It makes your face look flat, I think. And then, usually I don't reload the brush because I still have enough red on my brush. Go right under here under my chin. I'm just kind of just slightly cover my chin. I blend it in with my finger. This again is just to help show my chin because I don't have a strong chin. Don't have that chiseled Captain America look. Not anymore. Okay, so I should get more powder on my lenses. Okay, well, I think we're almost done. Last up is the black, and for that I use a brush. Actually, I do have to clean out my kit, my little Ziploc bag that I had my baby powder in. Well, the Ziploc wasn't actually locked, so I got baby powder everywhere in this kit. But this is the first time this year I've actually put on clown makeup. Only because I didn't really have much call for any clown. It's weird. Kids still have birthdays after Christmas and between Easter. I mean, you got January, February, some of March. Kids still have birthdays, but a lot of people don't hire party clowns during that time of the year. It's a slow year for all of us, and I think it's probably because parents think of a clown as an outdoor activity. You have the birthday party outside, the kids are outside, you put the clown out there in the backyard. It's 105 degrees, and we're in the costumes and the wigs and the hat and the shoes and the makeup, and the sun's beating down on our face because it can't beat down on the kids' face because then they can't see. Yeah. Not that I'm complaining. It's all good. When I used to do Batman though, oh my gosh. My Batman costume was literally leather and rubber. I wore leather pants, I had leather sleeves, the chest piece, the chaps, and the cape and the mask, and the gloves, and the boots, they were all rubber. And being out there in some park out there in Virginia Beach, just as Batman trying to do a magic show. And you're just sweat pouring in your face. Oh, you can't see, you can't hear. And then one day I was doing a show, and I was filming a show. I was pumping up a balloon animal, and I went like that, and the whole chest piece of Batman costume just split right down there like that. Because it's latex, and latex dry rots. Doesn't matter how well you take care of it, it rots. And it just split. And I was in the Batman. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to do an outline first. That way I can tell if it's even or not. This side's a little higher than that side. There we go, I think that's got it. And then I just fill it in. Now, one thing about doing clown makeup is there are some who tell you this is how you're supposed to put it on. You do it this way, and that's the only way to do it. No. You put it on however you want to put it on. The only thing that matters is the end result. Does it look good? Because my thing is, I'd never really been happy with my, I have to talk funny because I don't want the bottom lip to touch the upper lip. But I had never really been happy with my clown faces over the years. And then finally, I guess about 5 years ago now, I was playing around with my makeup because I had a weekend off, I was bored. Was playing around with makeup and came up with this. And I really liked it. And it's also changed up a bit in those 5 years. One thing is, I make my mouth bigger. I used to do literally just painting my lip. And it always looked like I was kind of holding my breath. I'm like, why does it always look like I'm holding my breath when I'm smiling? And I realized the mouth isn't big enough. So I made the mouth bigger, and that was it. Alright. And now for the eyebrows. Now, if you notice too, see my brush? Of course, it was a long brush. I had to break it because I had to get close to the mirror because, again, blind as blind as a bat. I was got blinded permanently. Alright, and then one more little bit. But first I need to find, there it is, my white brush. I'm going to use that one. Go back to my original clown white. I want to outline my waterline under my eye. This is something the Cirque du Soleil performers do a lot, and it just really makes their eyes pop. And I've got small, beady little eyes, so I need my eyes to really be able to pop, especially with wearing glasses. It just really tickles. Okay, so that's the white. And then go under it again with the black. So I use this brush for pretty much everything on that score. Some people use different brushes for different sizes, different things. I just use the one. Like I said, when I used to do my face painting, I used to use two brushes. One small brush for pretty much everything, and one large brush if I was doing a full face. Alrighty. And now, once again, we powder. Doesn't taste good. It really stinks when I wear contacts and get some of that baby powder in your eye under the contact. Oh my gosh. Though I have contacts, I don't really wear them unless I absolutely have to. Alright. And wood powder. Alrighty. Close up the case. Make sure I got everything. And of course, you want to wash your hands. Get all that makeup off. And all that powder. All right. So it's handy to have a washcloth so you can help wipe this stuff off. Now, obviously, we're not done yet because we got a couple of other things to add. Now, normally I wouldn't wear this shirt when doing my makeup. I'd wear, you know, just some random t-shirt. If I was going to wear the shirt when out performing, which I do sometimes. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, this is the shirt I'm going to be wearing. Now, my hat is red, and of course my nose is red. That's a lot of red. So to help break it down, I have my white and black striped vest. There we go. Because my clown colors are black and red. With a little bit of white thrown in there. I just like the way it looks. It used to be red, purple, and yellow, and then red, purple, yellow with some green and blue for the longest time. But then over the years, especially when I got my Trick Kelly pants, which are my big, baggy, black and white check pants, I really started gravitating more to just red as my primary color, just the red to help make the white and black. It just really popped, and I like the look. So I've got my black and white striped vest, and I've also got a red black striped vest as well as pants. And so next up would be the nose. Now, for almost the entirety of my entire clowning career, I used a Pro Nose glue-on clown nose, where you take the adhesive, you put it in the nose, and then you put it on like that, and let the adhesive dry, and you stuck it on, and it would stay glued on your face all day. Now, the advantage is, though, is you don't have strings. It's on your nose. It's usually secure. But every now and then, you get a problem, like you're walking in a parade and you sneeze because you're suffering from hay fever, and you fill that nose up with cold, slimy snot. Yes, I've done that. And there's not a thing you can do. You know, I could not clean up my nose. I was stuck with that junk in my nose until I got done with the parade. And then had to run in my car, rip my nose off, clean it out, and reapply everything. So last year I got this nose. This comes from Red Nose Factory. And what this has inside, you see, it's got a little hook. It hooks right in here inside your nose. And it works great because then I could take it out and like I can itch your nose or something like that. Or if I have to take it off, I can take it off and pop it right back on. Easy peasy. But I lost a little bead. And they were going to send me a new one. You know, no harm, no foul. They're going to send me a new one. I just never get in my address so they can send it to me because I want to try something else. I've never had a strap-on nose. I've never used one before. So I had this invisible elastic. This is used for like when you make bracelets and stuff. So I had some of this for another craft, and it had the small buttons. I'm like, hey, let's see if I can convert this into a strap-on nose. And it worked like a champ. I mean, I really thought that this elastic would break, but I've had it for almost a year now, and I hadn't had a problem. So it just goes on like this. Bam, done. And then when I'm done, I can just take it off, or if I gotta blow my nose or anything like that I have to get done, not a problem. And now the topper, of course, would be my silly hat. And there we go. Sometimes, especially because as you can see, this is a wool hat. In the summertime, it gets very hot and I sweat. It gets nasty looking. But so sometimes, depending on the event, yeah, I have my hair done up now. I really can't do it that well right now because my hair is usually really short on the sides, and then I'll do my hair all over kind of like that. Just looks kind of really silly. But sometimes, because the way my hair is, and depending on what the weather's like outside, if it's really humid, it just really causes the hair gel or whatever just to separate, and then, you know, and I get hot, I get sweaty, and it just, you know, my hair will look like this by the end of the day. So instead, I just go ahead and bite the bullet, and I'll wear the hat. And there we go. Now, I'm Clownboy. Get a hair out of my face. There we go. And there I am. And this is my look as Clownboy. And of course, like I said, you know, a clown is not to hide your identity. You know, the makeup isn't there to hide your face. And the clown character shouldn't be something that's completely not you. Okay, it's not like Clark Kent and Superman. It's still you. It's just to a heightened level. And because I'm kind of a silly and goofy guy naturally, my clown is kind of silly and goofy. And excuse me. And I usually raise my voice up just a little bit, just make me sound a little bit younger and a little bit more excitable, because my clown is a very excitable character at times. And sometimes things don't always go right, and it gets kind of hairy, like, and, you know, my magic tricks don't go right sometimes, or my bunny rabbit puppet keeps trying to pull pranks on me. And so this is usually the way I like to speak when I'm out clowning. Almost lost the camera there. Hey, come on. We're almost done. Jeez Louise. See? And that is precisely why I didn't want to do this live. So there it is, my friends. Now I'm Clownboy. Now I'm ready to go out there and clown and party and have a good old time. Except the kid was stuck in quarantine. Boo. I don't want to be inside. I want to be outside. I want to be outside. And you can kind of tell how, even once I got this face on, you know, I've kind of even changed a bit. It really helps bring out the face really helps bring out your character. And oh, that's so good to see this face. Oh my gosh, I miss this face. I miss this. It's been, like I said, it's been a while since I've got to put on the clown face, only because of this whole mess. But anyways, it's been about an hour now, so I'm going to go ahead and call it. The video won't be quite that long. Hopefully, I'll edit some of it out. So I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. I hope you learned what it takes to become a clown. And go ahead and click that subscribe button. That button's going to appear right over my face in just a second. And there it is. Subscribe and hit that bell icon. I did that backwards, didn't I? That's okay. What can I do, right? Okay, so until next time, I'll see you down the road and have fun.